have Audit LA, who's going to be speaking on item number 1.
Good morning, commissioners and everybody else. Oh, yeah, I always forget. And just a reminder for the city attorney that I do compare, contrast, and discuss historical context for everything. Good morning, welcome back, Commissioner Villegas. We had a great meeting last time. You did it the way that's so beneficial to the people. I thank you. But we're talking about number 1, staying on topic. I love that we're working on affordable housing because we need that. But right here, and we're talking about transportation infrastructure and transportation related amenities and improvements. We need that. We need it for our streets. We need it for our, being able to get on and off of easements, especially if you're like me in a chair and you rely on, like access paratransit. And so I'm going to ask that you please make sure that if they're going to be blocking any kind of easement, that they have the proper R permits and that it's done correctly. Because I'm so frustrated right now with 250 giant planters in a 3-block radius that I can't access. And I don't want to have to be frustrated if I ever need to visit Eldon Elms community. So I'm just asking you to please really be diligent with these things. Thank you. I yield back the rest of my time.
For item number 1, so you can go ahead and unmute yourself, caller, and you will have 2 minutes for item number 1.
Yes, they've been pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to understand, first of all,
Thank you, TT. That's
why
sweet.
item number 1 is moving before general public comment.
Yeah, I'm not
It's clear yet again on the agenda, as it's stated, that public comment is taken before any agenda items. And you're refusing to do that. And this is relevant, this own topic. It's a good term, you know this violates the Brown Act, right? And you know there's prison time associated with violating that. And so I'm just confused here as a constituent as to why you repeatedly choose to do this. What could have been 3 minutes of your time is instead now going to be years of sentencing in a cold hard prison cell. It's just making no sense. It's a short-term win for you. But you don't understand the overall long-term repercussions, right? People are going to show up and protest your neighborhood. They're going to show flyers of you linking to these video clips violating the Brown Act, you particularly, Ms. Teresa, and people on your name as websites. They're going to show that to your kids. They're going to show that to their soccer coaches, baseball coaches, and everybody else in between. You are a criminal. You're committing an unlawful violation right now, and you will face prison time for that. I just don't understand what more you need from us, the people, to make you witness and experience that firsthand so that it can actually click in your brain cells. You are a felon right now. This is disgusting, and shame on the rest of the board for not speaking out. You don't run this board, Ms. Teresa. You don't, okay? And Vice President or President Pro Tem Davis, you know better. You ran this meeting successfully last time, all right? And shame on you for not speaking out about it this time. What are you doing? Do you not think that you're culpable in this too? Because you are, sir. You are. Alright? Federal suits are coming. You guys don't seem to understand this. That is it right
That's
now?
2 minutes. Thank you, caller. And for item number 2, we have public comment from Audit LA.
Sorry. Oh, and I remembered the microphone this one time, finally. Okay, again, we're here talking about sidewalks, one of my favorite topics. Well, actually not my favorite topic. I wish I could be home doing other things and, I have a certification test to take and all kinds of things to do. But I have to come here because I just cannot take the fact that there's, we counted them. It's 250 planters, and these are not like little planters. Like these are, maybe 3 feet, and some are like 3 feet high and maybe 2-3 feet wide. And there's 250 of them on, there's 151 on L. Ron Hubbard, and the rest are on Fountain. And so when I'm looking here at sidewalk things for libraries, which is important, you know, I mean, like we need sidewalks, but we need sidewalks like everywhere to be looked at, you know, and make sure that there aren't all these planters, because I'm tired of coming here, guys. And I said it last time, you have the power based on complaints to initiate and to have things taken care of within your purview. So I'm asking you to pay really close attention to this at the library, because a lot of people, you know, we don't want them tripping on broken sidewalks. You know, we don't want, like here, the excessive weight of all these planters that are not permitted, breaking the sidewalk. It is, and it's getting worse every time. I almost got flipped. Like if I get injured, which I've almost been flipped out on my chair a couple times, I've actually been stuck on the Fountain Avenue one because of these heavy planters. And if I got injured, it's leaving the city liable. And so I worry about that too at this, at the library. And, you know, as far as the money, at least they're not asking for more money, so that's good. With that, I yield back the rest of my time.
Thank you. Caller H.B. Bonta on the line, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
I just wonder, when it comes to issues like public property, mainly the sidewalks, at what point does it ever enter your psyche to feel ashamed that you are allowing an individual who has disabilities to needlessly suffer, and your kids are going to see this and watch you ruthlessly torment a wheelchair-bound individual because you specifically chose to do the evil bidding of Scientology and allow them to destroy public property over and over again, and allow this individual before your very eyes today to be trapped there, and you have the authority to make a change. You are willfully allowing sheer evil and absolute destitution to fall onto your city. And your kids will see this. I guarantee you they will see this. And it's absolutely disgusting. I am disgusted by each and every one of you. The only reason I show up here is to show the world how absolutely abhorrent you are. I can't stand the sight of any of you and your disgusting patterns of behavior. And the world sees it tenfold over. You think this is just going to magically go away, but it's not. And I know you think about us in your waking hours, just before you go to sleep, and you know you talk about us. And how pissed off you are that you have to hear our voice. But we are here. And you are disgusting for allowing individual disabilities to suffer this way. And it's your doing. Shame on you, but I know you can't even feel that. So I am here to remind you how absolutely disgusting you are for removing my food.
And then caller May Ann, Joy later. Caller, do you have a comment on item number 2 or any other items for general public comment today?
I have a general comment. Can you hear me?
Great. Yes, we're going to do that later, so I grabbed your information down.
Okay, but this is about sidewalks.
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to call on item 2?
Yes, is it about the library sidewalks?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for standing up.
Okay, I'm going to make a reference to, about taking care of, you're talking about taking care of the library sidewalk, but what about the one on Fountain, in front of Ada's nail hair salon at 4810 Fountain Avenue? The business is completely, there is no business, and some of the planters are over 5 feet tall. And they've moved the planters even closer together. And I'm calling on behalf of Ada's nail hair salon, that if you're going to take care of the library, why can't you take care of the sidewalks in front of the nail salon? There is no business because they can't get out of the car. And the cars that are parked there, they have all Scientology has handicap stickers on them. And there's no way of parking cars and getting out of it. Thank you. Also back to public comment.
Thank you, caller.
That's great.
But before we get to the Bureau of Sanitation, do we have We do have a public comment on this item from audit.
Okay, which number? Because I want to skip number 3 for time.
13 minutes.
Oh, we're doing 13?
Yes.
I couldn't hear.
Is going to take number 13 if you would like.
Yes, that one I do. Thank
And we
you.
also have one caller on the Zoom too as well after our in-person comment.
Okay. This is another hot topic for me, our clean water, which we desperately need, and stormwater capture. I mean, I've spoken before that sometimes, we have issues with the water drainage, but I'm going to bring it back to these planners until they're gone, or they're in proper check, proper permits, proper spacing, because I like planters. I love it. I love the flowers. It attracts, bees, although they killed all the bees there, but when it comes to clean water, you guys are going to have to send out a hazmat team for these planters, because they did unpermitted work, and and their debris are in those planters. I guarantee it. You're going to find a lot of debris from construction, and we don't know what's in that. We don't know if there's asbestos or lead. So when they are doing a safe, clean water and stormwater capture program, you have to not only look at, it's just what is going into this, like we're at over 250 planters. If it's all debris that we don't know what's in it because it's not permitted, no one's checking it, no one's having, only the public's having eyes on it. We're the only ones who are very concerned about these planters for a myriad of reasons. I really suggest you get a hazmat team or somebody or an engineer or somebody to just check it. Alleviate our, when it comes to this, alleviate our minds and say, you know what, no, that's not hazardous. It's not gonna hurt our clean water and stormwater capture program. It's good. And then I'll back off of that topic. Like, I'll seriously back off on that. I'm not gonna back off on the ADA one until that's fixed. I can't, because I want access. And now I found out it's more blocks. It's like even beyond the 3 blocks. I think it's now 5 blocks. So they're adding it. They're encroaching on property that's not even theirs. And what about those neighbors? Do you think they want dirty stormwater? Thank you.
Thank you. We have some callers on our Zoom, so we'll go there. Yvonne, if you could go ahead and unmute yourself. We're on item number 13.
Thank you. Finally, I want to say, yes, the planters are an issue. My comments in this particular item. These planters will.
We're talking about the Safe Clean Water and Stormwater Capture Program update, not about planters. If you can please stick to the topic, this is your first warning.
Water.
You will be removed from the Zoom if you do not stick to the topic.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will continue my comment. Safe water capture programs in each home should be built. The city should provide a bulk purchase of these types of systems and make them available, scattering out the resources throughout the city, which is prone to natural disasters. In addition, it is in the city's interest that wastewater trickling it through planters in the city, not just on Scientology properties, should be tested and restricted from entering into the water table. Plant filtration systems cannot handle things like lead and asbestos. However, I do suggest you use them because they can handle things like Roundup and herbicides. Education is not enough in the public area regarding the use of herbicides and pesticides in terms of how it affects the water quality that is captured by these systems. I
do not appreciate being interrupted. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Great job. File a complaint.
Caller AG Bonta, we're on item 13, you'll have 2 minutes.
What do you think the LADWP does when it comes to water and sanitation related issues? And I will tell you on this item. I know Janice quite well, and I can tell you what she and her team do, which is absolutely nothing. You know how I know that? Because when I reported countless issues of this disgusting handling of water, wastewater, at the behest of Scientology dumping into the public sewage, you know what she said? She said it's a non-issue. And you know what? Janice gets paid $700,000 a year to be the lapdog of Scientology. She went to school, got her PE license, simply to kiss ass for Scientology. And you think that's okay? Do you think anybody actually has any confidence in sanitation, LADWP, in actually handling these issues effectively? You guys collude with trouble tonight here to make sure you never forget it. I will be here every single meeting and soon to be in person to absolutely show the public how disgusting you guys treat the city and what this data.
We're talking about the Safe Clean Water Program. Please stick to the topic.
That program. I am on topic Topic Teresa. You don't understand how much of a topic I am right now. Alright? Janice knows about me. Ask about me. If Janice right now is facing investigation for her collusion.
Okay, it's the Safe Clean Water Program. If you can please stay on topic.
You guys are disgusting and you're letting them do this to your city day in and day out. You have a power to change it for the better. And I'm ashamed of you.
Please stay on topic. This is the Safe Clean Water Program. We're going to be getting an update on this program. If you can please just stay on topic.
What do you think DWP does?
That's 2 minutes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I raised your file a complaint. She just ended his
Thank you.
trying to take his time,
I
right?
will have an oral report by, and I read this in because I want our public comments to stick on topic. All right, so LA, you are first, if you'd like to speak on this issue.
I'd like to skip this one, but can I get a time check? I have
My
6
apologies. 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
To go.
In your 10 minutes,
Okay, not including public comment.
excluding the general public. comment.
Thank you.
2 minutes.
I'll skip this one. Thank you.
And we have public comment on this item, and Ms. Audit, LA, if you could please stick to the topic of this item.
I'm always on topic, thank you. Bureau of Street Services, they usually get my ire. They're not my favorite, but you know what? I'm going to give them a lot of credit right here because it looks like they're going under budget, which makes me very happy. So good job, Bureau of Street Services, because as I've said before, in comparison, also on topic, LAPD gets the lion's share of our funding and everyone else has to grasp the rest. And so the fact that you're listening to the people and coming under budget, thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you. We have 2 comments on this Zoom too. Yvonne, we're on item number 4. If you could go ahead and unmute yourself, you'll have 2 minutes for item number 4.
Gotta go. I'm right away. Let's do.
I also appreciate the comment that Audit made that this is one of the rare occasions when department comes back and says we don't need as much money. That's a very good sign for that department. In addition, I would like to suggest that that department look seriously at the necessity to provide public resources or access to public toilets so that the water quality entering into the stream of the water cycle is not polluted and can be Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
I noticed that you comment on a lot of the items. I'm wondering, do you have any thoughts or questions about number 6, which is my item?
Oh, that's your item? Oh, absolutely. But it's not, it's more like in comparison. Like, I don't know if you deal with the R permits because like I'm dealing with, there's all these planters that are not ADA compliant and I don't believe they have an R permit it's a Scientology building. It's like 1 Hubbard Way, but there's like 5
I heard
blocks.
you talk about it.
Yeah, and so like I'm just going to make a comparison. It's not that I'm against your project.
You're saying this is the way it should have been done.
Right.
Well, I appreciate those advice. It took us 5 years of negotiation with the department.
Thank you for those clarification
Got it all
requests
worked
from
out. And we've been legally compliant forever. That's why we put it in, is to make the sidewalks passable, because they aren't.
See, thank you for that
Actually,
one.
to the tent, the tents with the entire sidewalk.
And then now it's compliant.
This is on the parkway. The parkway sidewalk together on one street is 13 feet, the other is 10. So there's plenty of room for the planners, but there's not room to have a large tent.
Right.
So we actually opened it up
It's making for the people.
to folks.
Thank you. See here, these are so close. You can't get like a ramp on. It's like they have over 250 planters. And it's so close. None of them are not accessible to like access spiritual.
We also between them.
Yes, that's all I'm asking. Like I like
I'm
planters.
concerned about people who are friends.
Alright, and let's move on to item number 6.
Walker?
And I will read this item in for the record. This is item number 6, assistant
Thank
water
you.
report, review of
Right. If it has just like
services,
yes.
Council District 11, request for renewal permit,
So you're doing it, but we're doing
The thing is, we got cited in Scientology. We don't. That's why every week.
So you got cited.
Called it 311 request.
Yes.
authorize the city engineer to
I've been coming here since June.
to encroach within the public right
Because,
of way
yes, thank you.
behind a curve along Grant Avenue. Great. You want to know how that all is?
I feel like starting with, well. So when it comes to planters, there is such a thing as our permits and applications and approvals and inspections and a whole laying out of the rules. I would like to know why this kind gentleman here, from what I hear, they were, was it fined or, given citations for a planter situation? Where have I heard this kind of situation before? And what did they do? He went through the proper process and, because a lot of times people don't know what the process is, but he went through the process. He applied for his R permits. He's doing everything correct. And I say, I'm here in support of him. I'm saying, please approve this. But then I'm also asking you if he could have been fined for, whatever, or cited because he wasn't in the correct way at the beginning, because it's lack of knowledge. Not everyone knows that. Why can't you do this for Scientology? Because, maybe they don't know. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They don't know that they can apply for an R permit so that we can have eyes on those planters. Like you say right there, it has to be properly maintained. If they become deteriorated, it's up to, it needs to be inspected. They need to, be careful of the sidewalk encroachment, all these things. And I trust that this gentleman's gonna do it. He's an honorable man, I can tell. But, let's hope that maybe Scientology will do the right thing if given the chance. But if you don't let them know that they're in error, that they're breaking federal laws, then how will we, I'm on topic. This is it's called comparison and contrasting, right? Because we're talking about planters on easements, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm comparing and contrasting, okay? Because it's called equal application of the law. We're talking fundamental fairness. It's not fair to have this gentleman be fined or rebuked and all these rules laid down on him when he's doing the right thing. Good luck. I hope you get it, because I love seeing people doing the right thing. Thank you.
Okay, so do we have any callers on Zoom?
We have two public comments, and then we have caller Russ, who is in general public comment on 2 minutes, but if you're part of the application team, as this gentleman is here, the applicant, so is here today too for item number 6. So we'll go with caller A.G. Bonta first, and then Yvonne. So caller A.G. Bonta, if you would like to speak on this item, you'll have 2 minutes.
Do you know that your own city controller for this agenda item has publicly stated that because of negligence like the board is enacting today, the city's already run up its course on liability insurance? And you know why that is? It is because of the very same means that you continue to recklessly run roughshod through the public's voice and not hear very legitimate concerns. Your own city controller is desperately trying to rein in that incredibly just absurd spending, hemorrhaging left and right.
Can we stay on topic? This is for a request of revocable permit at 313 East Grand Boulevard.
This is the process to review such permits is causing the city to rack up millions of dollars in liability costs. And it is because you failed to do due diligence. And this permit is one of millions of examples. This gentleman here might not know it, but Kenneth Mejia is absolutely up to his neck with just ridiculousness like this. Kenneth Mejia, your own city controller, is disgusted by your behavior.
Let's stick to the topic again. This is a request for revocable permit, 313 East Grand Boulevard.
You cannot even tolerate the fact that you won't even go through similar due diligence for other folks that need to obtain a similar revocable permit, and instead you just automatically grant it and hope and pray that nobody will ever come back to see who the person who signed it was, who the person receiving the application was, and seeing that no due diligence was applied. You are literally bleeding the city's budget dry.
That's 2 minutes.
Great job, Henry. It's true.
Our next public commenter is Yvonne. We'll have 2 minutes on item number 6.
Thank you. I'd invite the board to experience the world as I see it. Take one eye closed and wear a pair of your glasses and put a great big Band-Aid in the middle of it. This is what's
the topic at hand, please. This is a request for a revocable permit, 313 East Grand Boulevard.
To explain my objection to these planters in this permit. The planters are parked, some of the planters are parked in a red zone that is for bus offloading and unloading. As a visually impaired person, navigating this curb and this sidewalk is extremely difficult. The sidewalk is above the curb, creating a tripping point. The curb is painted red and it says clearly on it, bus parking only. No stopping. Those planters create a tripping hazard and a bottleneck to bus services and for people with visual impairments. Please at least require this to go back to the department suggesting approval of these planters, that those in front of the bus stop be removed immediately. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Let's move on to the
Sure. Well,
Good
good
luck
luck
with
with
your
it.
project,
Thank
the
you.
Scientology.
item number
Thank you.
7. So we have public comment from Ellie.
In the interest of time, I'm going to skip this so you can stay there.
All right, and then do we have callers on Zoom?
We do. Caller,
And then if I could just remind the callers on Zoom if they can stick to the topic.
caller AG, if you would like to speak on item number 7, you'll have 2 minutes.
Yeah, so this amendment is a particular issue because on the same ground that UCLA is requesting public services upon, the LAPD has the audacity to tell Palestinian protesters that this is a private piece of property and henceforth use that as one of their justifications to actually shut down the encampment. So I don't understand how a public agenda item for the Board of Public Works to come by whereby the UCLA is requesting.
Please stick to the item in hand. This is amendment number 2 with UCLA. It has nothing to do with encampments.
Amendment number 2, right? How is it that you're issuing public funds for public works to go and conduct an investigation on alleged private land, but at the same time, students on their own campgrounds are being told that it's private property and being threatened to be arrested, and many of which who were also arrested for protesting peacefully, as you, in defense of Palestine? It's disgusting.
This is not on that. Please, this is the third time that I have to remind you. Please stick to the topic at hand. This is a contract amendment number 2 with UCLA and with the City of Los Angeles on a study on the city's hillside streets. All right, I have requested 3 times, so I will cut your time. Please get them off the line. Thank you. All right, so we have any other Zoom callers? No.
He should
All
complain
right, the floor is yours. Thank you.
because he was making a comparison that it's.
And Audit LA, would you like to speak on this item?
Yes, ma'am. I do want to start though with saying that when it comes to the frustration and the ire, Mr. Grant, you're really excused from it because you're so new. It's not, so. But now you can learn about what's important to me, while you're, now. Now with this one, I basically want to talk about it only because it's Council District 13. So hopefully, Madam Villegas, you will find it on topic. Also because it's about the sewer rehabilitation. And I have concerns, which I have brought up a little bit today, about sewer issues and rainwater and pollution and stuff going into it. And I believe all the sewers are connected, if I'm not mistaken. So what the sewer at L. Ron Hubbard Way, Fountain, Catalina would likely possibly, run into this one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not the engineering whizzes that you guys are. So I'm just, it's not my forte, but I care about what goes on with this kind of thing. So I'm going to keep asking you to please keep looking at what's going on, send investigators, make sure everything's up to law and code. If it is, that's fine. That's all I want. I'm not trying to say that Scientology can't have their planters. I just say that Scientology can't put stuff where it's going to go into our rainwater and harm our drinking water. Okay? I already feel like I have to filter everything. Like I don't feel safe drinking our city water. I really don't. Is that you guys? Like why I don't feel safe drinking our water? And it is on topic. It is, ma'am, it's on topic because we're talking sewer water, right? And sewers connect. Okay, so I know I'm on topic. Thank you. It's a reminder, and I got it. I'm on topic.
It's a reminder.
But remember, I compare and I contrast. Ma'am, you're taking away my public time. We're going to have to file a complaint because stop taking away my public time. I already connected it.
All right, do we have callers on Zoom?
Yes.
So it's public, it will go to ethics.
If you would like to speak on this item, you will have 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to remind Commissioner Teresa to stay on topic as I continue to iterate my public comment on this agenda item for the marketing and budget that's been proposed of $18 million. So, Speaker, as I'm issuing my comment, I'm reminding you to please stay on topic. I know you likely are on topic, but I'm just reminding you to stay on topic.
Thank you for the reminder. If you have a public comment on item This is for an invitation for bids.
Right, for the invitation for bids, which is a, marketing budget of $8 million, right, I'm reminding not only you, Commissioner, but everybody else that proposed the bid to stay on topic of the bid. It's very important to stay on topic for a bid, right? Because staying on topic is of crucial level of importance, not only for the board, but for the potential bidders, and also for the eventual neighbors that will see those bids. It's important that they too are reminded to stay on topic. Because what a world it would be if the neighbors, the commissioners, and the bidders, and the attendees were not on topic. Topics are very important, and I just want to make sure that I remind you how important those topics are, and to stay on those topics, and particularly on point of the topic at hand. Topics are a very beautiful thing, and I just want to remind you that it's important to stay on the topic, and that's why you earned the nickname Topic Teresa. Thank you. I yield my time.
God, that's so funny, Henry. It's right there. There it is.
All right, wonderful, thank you. All right, so do we have, all right. Then this leads us back to our general public comment. And we will start with audit LA.
Hello again, commissioners. Again, poor Mr. Grant, I'm going to give a history lesson of how we got into this point. You already know it's about Scientology and their planters, right? And they're, not only that, they had endless, I think we're up to 30 street closure permits for bogus events. And they were not respecting the fire lane, and I care about the safety of, believe it or not, I care very much about the safety of every human life inside those buildings, okay? And also illegal putting cement and like work on tunnels, so many different things. So I started coming to these meetings on Zoom in, what was it, June, I'm thinking, June. And it started off with just me and a lady named Mona, because we were just very passionate about this. It's grown since because people are, they're looking at this and like, wow, since June, why is nothing being done? It's like I said, federal laws, ADA, fire lanes, we're talking lives, illegal permits that don't exist, or endless street closures. Like, why are they allowed to have so much abuse and control over this city? And that became, so that's why you're hearing all this ire. It's not that, we want answers. We want to know why. And I actually, I decided then to come in person because basically, I forget what actually started. It was just probably Ms. Villegas, shushing somebody. Oh, I think she kicked Goat Puppet out or something like that. And I know, I understand you don't like it can be disruptive, you don't like it, I get it. But I came in person and it's still to no avail. Although I did find out, I found that charming, see, he's trying to listen to me, Ms. Villegas. You're taking away from his ability to listen to my public comment.
Please speak for the next 2 minutes.
Okay, but no, I get my time back because she's disrupting me. Like, really, I should get my seconds back. She's interrupting him being able to listen to my public comment. But that's how you guys, she rolls. Thank you. That's how she rolls. See, there you go. That's how you see it. You saw it. You saw it. Anything so the public doesn't speak. And you can kick me out now.
And then we will continue with public comment. I will excuse myself and per time will continue with public comment. Thank you.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
For the record, President Pro Tem Davis is going to begin chairing the meeting at 12:40 p.m.
Good. He does a better job.
Comment pro tem, that was all the speakers in person. We have callers on the Zoom. I'm going to read an order of what we're going to go in. So if we don't hear your name, please raise your hand if we didn't grab you before the meeting. So we're going to start with the caller, A.G. Bonta, then we're going to go to Kenny,
Yep.
then we're going to go to Mona, then we're going to go to Sandra, then Yvonne, and then Amy, and then Concerned Citizen, and then May Ann. So if
I
you
actually
hear
like
your name,
Commissioner
please
Davis.
make sure to raise your hand, but we're going to start with caller AG on the line. You have 2 minutes for your public comment.
I just want to start
caller is Kenny. You could go ahead and unmute yourself. You'll have 2 minutes.
Go get him, Kenny. Great, Henry.
Yeah, first of all, y'all violated the Brown Act violation by making us wait this long. Then that rude ass lady who wanna talk all kind of shit wants to leave because she knows she was gonna hear about it and she knows she was fucking wrong. Then the people, if you're an armed security guard in the state of California, you have to have a special badge number and the name of the security company on your shirt. Well, the security around the blue building, all those airline number, is walking around armed with shirts that you can buy off Amazon, which is the word security, walking around just back people's phone out their hand and acting real aggressive, which is a legal way of doing
Yes,
things.
that's good.
Y'all not doing Scientology, it's a cult, y'all not doing nothing. And that lady, she acts like she's down with it, because she issues out her warnings and all that, and then runs and hides and leaves, and when Republicans speak. If y'all don't see nothing wrong with it, then that's a fucking problem too. Y'all act like these people and can do whatever they want. They don't have to move for planners, they don't have to abide by laws, APA laws, nothing. They can just walk around and do what they want. LAPD gets a call saying that a protester is getting kind of harassed and all from the crowd, and the crowd called, and LAPD comes in there hot, pulling a Philly club on the protester who was the innocent one. He was either backing up from the law, and LAPD officer was coming aggressively with a billy club. Now y'all tell me that's community policing. Y'all full of shit. All y'all do is waste fucking time, money, and everything else. With all the fake calls and Scientology base, that's wasting taxpayers' dollars. If y'all sit there and don't do shit, but keep begging for more and more and more. That's some bullshit. Why y'all don't bring Teresa back out here and let her hear what we gotta say? Don't let her talk out
2
like
minutes.
that.
Great job, Kenny.
Next caller
Yes.
is Yvonne. Yvonne, if you can go ahead and
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Yvonne, if you can go ahead and unmute yourself. You'll have 2 minutes for your public comment.
Thank you. And I recognize the problems being cited, but not the language being used. When we identify a problem, I think that we're obligated to suggest a solution. Permit number 20216660-2024 is an example. This took place last weekend, and it is a perfect example of why I'm proposing my solution. Their permit said they wanted 300 people to be in attendance. It was an open public event, and the only restriction was traffic of vehicles. There was to be no food selling, no rock band, no dancing, and fire lane was to be enforced. The fire lane was not enforced. There was dancing, there was a band, and not only one stage area, but two. It was not actually open to the public. People were rushed along the sidewalk, hurry up, go through, do not dilly-dally, and for all intents and purposes, it really was a filming or photograph opportunity for the Church of Scientology for their promo materials. In addition, food actually was procured and is videotaped of the transaction is available. Secondly, if 300 people are expected at an event, if there's a requirement that at least one ADA accessible porta potty is part of the facility layout. The solution is do not
Thank you, caller.
extend
That's 2
the
minutes.
privilege.
Next, we'll have Mona. You'll have 2 minutes for your general public comment.
Thank you. I thought it was 3 minutes, but that's okay. I want to bring your attention to to your documentation dated September 5th, 2023. It It's the Parkway Landscaping Guidelines. This document is intended to provide constituents with guidelines regarding the installation of landscape improvements with the public right-of-way. Generally consists of street easements that contain city streets, lanes, alleys, parkways, and sidewalks. How ironic that that's what that gentleman was just saying. The Scientology building is done commercial, and one must have permits for every dam, and I'm saying dam, planter, 254 of them on the easements. They have 0 permits. They were ordered to remove the planters in clear violation of the city ordinance, city planning, federal ADA. Per the ordinance, if the property owner does not fix the issue, the city is responsible and shall invoice the offender. On Catalina, the rose bushes along Catalina are not in compliance. They have thorns. This is all for your document. I'm taking this right out of your document. No stakes are allowed unless they are propping up new permitted trees. There's a court case right now with a gentleman facing misdemeanor vandalism charges because he removed the stakes that were possibly going to hurt somebody. This is all verbatim out of your documents. This is a Board of Public Works Authority purview and obligation. The enforcement of this document and the regulations stated are 100% your problem. Either do your job or resign. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Great job, Mona. Mona, I need you to please send me that. I need that.
Sandra, you'll have 2 minutes for public comment.
The actual regular city council's on break
Yes,
until
we can hear you.
Tuesday.
Thank you very much. Thanks for allowing me to speak. I actually was going to address the exact same thing that you were on the previous speaker. Address the section 3B of the Farmer State Guidelines in regards to the commercial permits. Anyway, I will say this. I also called previously in regards to someone in your office advising people to get their permits through Scientology because it's cheaper than paying the city. Have you investigated that? Have you sent the law within your organization? I also want to know who in your organization is in the pocket of Scientology, because it seems that everybody else in Los Angeles has to apply by public works regulations, but Scientology doesn't. So who's in the pocket? My other question is, are you mandatory reporters? Are you required to go to the authorities if it is brought to you that there is rape and abuse of young children within the blue buildings of Scientology? Are you mandatory reporters? And when we tell you 17 million times that this is going on in the hotels that they own and the blue buildings with the purification rundown from children are sitting in saunas with one adults, you just have to read the book of diagnosis, which is very final. So are you mandatory reporters? My other problem was public people walking through public streets getting injured on these planters. They move them together. They put them closer. You can't get in between them. Who's liable for that? Is it the city? Is it Scientology?
Thank you, caller. That's your 2 minutes.
Great job, Haji's Basher.
Next caller is Amy. Amy, if you go ahead and unmute yourself, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm reiterating what Mona said before the previous board. It's disgusting that people wait this long for public comments. I think I'm in a communist country, that's why I probably go California, in your little bubble of doing what you want and really being too really progressive and taking away people's rights because of Scientology that you seem to be in bed with. It's unsafe that you have to remove the planters. There's over 200 of them that need permitting, and also Teresa's inappropriate. I think you need to investigate her. I think maybe she is taking money from Scientology. You guys are in a bubble. The world is watching. You look like fools because every time you have to come on and tell you about yourselves and letting people get away with things that most are not allowed to get away with. how much money have you taken? Where's your audit? You need to be audited. Who's gonna come in, maybe the IRS is gonna come in and see who's taking money from a code that's really a criminal code. And, I knew, saying to Teresa, Tiana and Teresa, what did she do? Did she go to the communist country to get lessons on how to shut down people's First Amendment? Because that seems like what she's doing, taking away my voice and making me wait 2 hours to get my comments in. That is absolutely inappropriate. You have a lot to be ashamed of, and you're on the wrong side of history. I yield up back your time.
Great job, Amy.
Next caller is Concerned Citizen. You'll have 2 minutes. Caller Concerned. Yes, we can hear you. You'll have 2 minutes.
Yes.
What's going on? Why did the ASD? And also the marriage to the Asian lady, where did she say to him that me and that are taking fun of us? What's going on with that? Anyway, those planners at Fountain and Scientology, do you really think they need to be removed? Why are you going after the guy in Venice but not the guys at the Scientology building? That is unfair and that's probably illegal. And you know, you guys have to do something about this. And I just don't understand why Diego does that. She's very dismissive, she's rude, she doesn't pay attention. What's wrong with her? If she can't handle it, then she needs to get out of the kitchen. I love my time.
Thank you, Caller.
Where was that? Yeah,
Our next and last public comment.
I think so too. Maybe Concha. Yes, you have to stay for public comments. But she makes it sure that there's no one here to hear her.
Yes, thank you. I'm calling on behalf of Davis Nail and Hair Salon at 4810 Fountain Avenue. There's planters in front of the business. It's not in front of Scientology. These are Scientology planters in front of a private business, and I want them removed. Who is the street service enforcement officer to come and remove these planters? The planters have already been, I've noticed that they have been told to get rid of all the planters, and they're still there. As Armenians, we come from a communist country, and to have Scientology is to take Ron Harvard's picture down and put Stalin's picture up, because this is what this whole community is doing. It's sad to be an American and to come from a country where this is just happening, and this is not America that's happening on Scientology area. There's no permits. They did not comply for construction permits. There's construction debris inside of these. There's no way of getting deliveries or anybody getting out of their cars there. The Scientology people put handicap packets in the cars and leave them there. And why is not Scientology able to, where's the permits for these people? This is communist, a whole communist area. I don't understand it. So I ask you, as a person of a business at 4810 Fountain Avenue, remove the planters. They're in front of Davis Nail and Hair Salon, and they're Scientology planters in front of private business.
That was great.